Greetings, everyone. Welcome. We're kicking off the return to drafting here with a traditional draft of Strixhaven. It's a return to drafting because we had been doing so much sealed in preparation for the Arena Open, which was Strixhaven sealed. I've already told chat, but quick update for my YouTube friends. I only had time on a very, very busy weekend to fire off 2 attempts, and I failed to make day 2. Pretty easy tournament report. Did not open great pools. Did not have time to take a lot of attempts. Took the attempts I could and swung and missed this time. But I was happy with how I lost. I didn't get mad about it. I didn't get frustrated. I didn't tie my self-worth up in it. I just lost some Magic games and then got on with my weekend. No big deal. So I'm going to try and repeat that if I repeat the losing again next time. And we're going to jump back into draft, though, try to figure this out. You know, I've been on a different axis. You know, we've been very sealed focused, but I was listening to Limited Resources, and they did a combo episode, and it was really just about Strixhaven combos and stuff. But honestly, there was a lot that the adjacent discussions were just a lot of about where this format is at and what cards Luis, especially, it was a very Luis-driven episode, but what cards Luis liked and didn't like and was finding success with. And it just made me realize I think I'm lost in this format. I think I am behind. I clearly don't understand, you know, Luis. I wish I had some easy examples to rip off the top of my head here, but suffice it to say, Luis was up on some cards that that I've been pretty down on, or just medium on, and I'm going to really try and open my mind to some cards that maybe I've been dismissing. It was funny. I think on Thursday, like before I listened to the LR, even I was saying, oh, you know, that copy spell thing just never made it. It didn't really get there. Luis said he liked it, and then it didn't really do anything. And then on Friday, Luis is like, yeah, the copy spell thing here's how I use it. It's, you know, like this, that, and the other. So I don't know. I feel like I am struggling a bit to understand my footing in the format. I think it's partly what I've always said, which is that I actually just don't play as much as not only other streamers, but even my own audience. And I can get into places where it's a little awkward because I feel like people come to me for expertise on how to crush a format. And I'm the one going like sometimes, well, I'm not crushing this format. I'm trying to learn from the community as well. I'll tell you what I'm hearing, but I can't like give you some master plan to dominate this format because I'm struggling with it a little bit. So I just want to keep my mind open to spells that maybe I've been dismissing, keep my mind open to some of the stuff Luis was talking about having success with over the weekend, and see if we can find a lane and make something work here. If you want to make your tabletop magic work, though, you're going to check out my sponsor, cardkingdom.com. They are purveyors of everything you need for your physical magic experience. They've got sealed product, they've got boosters, they've got supplies and singles and all that stuff. Go to the draft view here. Let's see, what's the latest thing I put in a request? I want a near mint foil Nemesis Days. I want the OG Days foil for my vintage cube. I've got a Days foil in there, but it's not the OG Days foil. So of course it's garbage. It's trash. I'm embarrassed that it's even in there. But I don't have the original foil Days. They're hard to get. They're very expensive. It's only a common. It's a foil common, but it's like closing in on $200 right now. But I want it. I'm a collector. And so I put in a restock notice with Card Kingdom. If they ever, I put in a restock notice. I said I would take near mint or excellent. Card Kingdom uses excellent instead of lightly played, but it basically means lightly played. And I said 1, and I put it in so I know that if they do manage to find themselves a sweet copy of that sweet foil, I will be all over it as soon as that email comes in. That's a good attitude. Hat, who says, I come to watch you solve the format, not be shown the solution. Here to fish better, not be given a fish. That's fair. I sometimes feel that I'm not being the best fishing teacher, even though, right? Because if I wonder how many drafts in I'm at right now. Like how many Strixhaven drafts have I participated in, and at what point in the life cycle of this set did, say, Luis and Marshall hit that number, right? Like probably within a couple of weeks, they had already drafted as many times as I've drafted overall now. And that's one way I rely on my chat, though. When I feel a little bit behind on where we're at in the format, I turn to very smart folks around here who are farther ahead in the format and who are also consuming content from a lot more individuals than I am. So it is a community effort around here. I might not have all the answers right out of the gate or even shortly after the gate, but it's a great community of thinking Magic players looking to get all the information they're taking from the community and build a picture out of it. Just one more person to fill out this draft. Come on. Timber is not a foil person. I'm Mr. Foil. I want foils. I know they warp a little bit, but you can deal with that. Quandrix command. What does this do? I don't remember. I don't even think I've cast this or had this cast against me. Return target creature, planeswalker to its owner's hand. So bounce spell, counter target artifact or enchantment spell. It happens sometimes in this format, but not a big mode. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. So like combat trick. Those two modes, first and third, seem good. Target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from their graveyard to their library. Yeah, so really it's about the first and third mode. This is like a big combat trick, right? Seems like a solid place to start. It's gold, but what are we competing with? There's not much competing with it. I really like having an elemental summoning in the board. If you're in either of these colors, this is a great lesson to go get. Combat Professor is strong. Trudge is strong. Trudge probably the second best card in this pack. If this were some garbage rare, I think it'd be on Trudge, but we'll start with the nice rare. Yeah, I suppose the graveyard shuffle could end up mattering, but it's not the prime mode there, right? Baleful Mastery is a strong card to still be here. Also, we don't see a archives card, so someone must have taken an archive out of this pack. Now we can take the rare removal. This is abstractly the best card in the pack. Mage Duel isn't that much worse and matches our Quandrix command. If we're pack 1, I just take the Mastery, I think. But I think I will take the Mage Duel here. I think the Quandrix command pushes me to Mage Duel. Just narrowly. I think if this is pack 1, pick 1, and these are the options, I take Mastery. But it's not pick 1, it's pick 2. We have a Quandrix command. I'm going to take the thing that matches it. No need to lock on, but yeah, they're similarly powerful. And now we get a Cody pick 3. We're definitely taking Cody, and we're going to try to work around Cody a bit. Well, similar in power level. Mage's Duel is a sorcery, but it's also it's often 1 mana, and that's no joke. Probably just want introduction here. I'm not taking Stadium. We're working on the Cody plan, not the Stadium plan. Test of Talents, fine. Crushing Disappointment, be okay. I think Introduction to Prophecy, though, is where I want to be. Yeah, Test is the other one. It's Test or Prophecy, but I kind of like getting a colorless lesson first. All right, now where are we at? Now where are we at? Lots of interesting stuff here. Pigment Storm may be the abstractly most powerful. Leyline is the most powerful thing in our two colors, and it's a great Cody card. That's fair. If we're building around Cody, I like Pigment or Leyline. Leyline is at least on color. Pledge Mage called for. You mean the Prismari Pledge Mage here, or the Witherbloom? Witherbloom is... Masterpiece could be interesting for Cody. What am I doing? I'm going to take the Invocation. It's not the most powerful card in the pack, but we have a Quandrix Cody build going, and Leyline Invocation is really good in that, so I took it, but I know it's a little early for that card. Explosive Welcome. Red being, yeah, I think we can pass the opt and hedge on Explosive Welcome. But these are the two. I think chat has it right calling out opt versus welcome. Yeah, I like the red hedge here for over opt, which is pretty darn replaceable. It's fine. So Expanded Anatomy, speaking of cards that Luis is high on that I'm not as high, haven't been as high on, let's take the Anatomy and see how right Luis is. Enthusiastic Study jumps out at me. Aerialist is loosely in this Quandrix lane, but I'm on Study. Back around to our first pick. We have a Strategic Planning we could grab. A Start from Scratch is fine, though. We're best of 3, so not as important as to get these as in best of 1, but we'll take it. Strategic Planning is fine, but I like the board option lesson. And then we can take a cram session here over any other stuff going on. Well, kind of in the right lane. Well, here's a Teach by Example, which I was saying is one of the cards that I haven't seen much done with, but Luis is still kind of high on. And yeah, I mean, what's the cost of taking this? Like a Historian, we can take it and see. Historian was the kind of maybe grown-up pick, or the less feel-out pick. Rejected. I don't want reject over claim. Infuse or an early blocker. I mean, I guess I'll take the, like, we don't have any real black in here yet. Last pick Infuse is the sign for somebody. Cascading into Teach is oh yeah, Cascading into Teach it could be disappointing. I thought you were talking about, I thought we were on cram session, which I would think is fine to cascade into, but hey, look, it's my my favorite card, Harness Infinity. We're going to take the heated debate here, though, right? Nothing else really. I mean, I would like this Elemental Summoning, too. Yeah, draw 15 if you're in this direction, but we're not even anywhere close to it, so we're not going to take that. Yeah, Resculpt and the one that temporarily removes its abilities. There's different ways to get around the permanent spell thing. Cultivate. Hey, look, and into the Pestilent Cauldron. We could revisit the... Ooh, I kind of like this Environmental Sciences as well. But Cultivate is, I just think it's, if you're green, it's just going to be better than environmental sciences to cast. I'm going to take the cultivate. I also like this expressive iteration. But I'm pretty happy to take cultivate here. I'm going to try and not play this. I'm going to try and not play counter spells in Cody.deck. Is playing a Resculpt worth it? So bad without Cody? Maybe, I mean, like, if you're going off with Cody, it's all good. But Zenith is nice. Yeah, look, you're going to get some non-bows with Cody. It doesn't mean you don't give it a shot. Yeah, Apprentice also nice. Do you want to just take the Apprentice? We could. I just feel like this is powerful enough. I mean, it shuffles in. It's a win con. I'm going to do it. I'm taking the... Maybe it's greedy. I'm taking the Mythic. Arcane Subtraction or Test of Talents. Test of Talents, again, counter spells, not the best with Cody. So I think I would rather have Arcane. Field Trip, good call too, though. Maybe I should take that. Yeah. Sorry, I kind of missed that one. I do like this better. We'll take Field Trip. Taking something like an Abundant Harvest when you have Cody means that even your 2-mana instants and sorceries will get something. So you could justify that, but I think we just take another Field Trip, right? Or a Fractal Summoning. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the Inspiration. We're taking the Inspiration. Like, yeah, I want a Fractal Summoning. I want a Field Trip number 2, but Inspiration is where it's at. Just missed it. Didn't even see it at first. Introduction to Annihilation is great to get a first copy of. Yeah, we could easily be, maybe I cut the blue and we're just green, we're just Gruul spells. So, Annihilation or Enthusiastic Study number 2. I'm going to go with Annihilation. I really like having one of these in the catch-all, answer everything somewhere in your lessons. Pillar Drop, strong as well for this type of deck. We could also just take an Assistant. These are very similar cards. 4 drops that rebuy spells. This one rebuys it immediately. This one buys it later. So I'm going to take the Warden. I think it's just better. They have similar jobs, but it's just better at that job. Then we can grab a Masterpiece. I don't mind a Commons as well, given that we're looking at 3 colors here. But handful of big spells here is nice with the Cody. Here's the Resculpt that was suggested as a tool to get rid of Cody, if you want to be done. We'll take it and think about it over the first day of class, but I don't know. Yeah, I can take a rare draft too. True just wants gems. That's true. We can probably pick up one of these later. And like Jim said, I don't know if we run it anyway. Sure, I'm gonna rare draft like True says. Free gems, no problem. Why not? Curate. Wow, look at this return pass caller. Kind of feel like maybe I missed a good Lorehold lane. We had a Quandrix. The elephant was there. Yeah, let's take a Curate here. Setting up. Yeah, 2's looking pretty grim. We can take Servan just to have a creature to fill out a curve. Pledge Mage seems a little red intensive, but I can see taking the Servan here. Well, here's a 2-drop. If we really feel we're base red-green, which kind of feels like we are, we could take that over the Assistant. But there's all these assistants going around, but I'm also worried about our 2s, so I want to make sure we have something going on there. And I'm going to take another Masterpiece. over the Shredder. I don't feel the Shredder does much. Enthusiastic Study near last is interesting. Yeah, maybe I should have taken the campus there. Fair enough. Well, we're not really this blue-red. We've got so much green going on that I don't think... Yeah, I know. I'm coming around on Masterpiece as Treasure Maker. It feels like you're giving up so much value, but in these decks, if you're playing things like Practical Research, you get that value back. So yeah, we're taking Practical Research, and it's the kind of reason that I really like actually making treasure with these things. You make treasure with this and then get it back later with the Warden, that kind of thing. Yeah, this isn't that great anyway, even if it were easier for us to cast. Here, I think we take a campus. One of these two can't buy. Which one? Each of them splash the blue, so probably Quandrix, because Quandrix gives us the field trip. And maybe other green fixing, like, well, we already have the Cultivate, but yeah, I think we want blue-green to splash the blue and shore up the core green fixing color. Eureka Moment or Needlethorn, like, Eureka Moment always leaps out at me as the, oh, there's another inspiration, though. I think we just take the inspiration. I mean, I want this Drake, but we're not passing inspirations. Inspiration, too good. As I recall, this thing is not very good, right? You do a bunch of stuff and then not much happens. I think we pass that for just Letter of Acceptance or Serpentine Curve. Expanded Anatomy number 2 is sitting here, passing a ton of assistance. Could also just take a Colony. Like those of you who want the curve, I do too, but look at our 2s. I think, yeah, curve or curve, right? Curve or curve. All right, I'm going to take the curve over the curve, but I'm nervous about this. We need more action at 2. Here, this helps. Although, I don't know how... Maybe Growth Spiral's what we want it to. Oh, here we go. Maybe this? I don't know. Look at all these 2s now. Now we got all sorts of 2s, but what's the right one? All these blue 2s are tough. Like, Historian's an easier to cast 2. This is a 2 technically, but not 2 in the way that we're talking about. I think I want a... Yeah, we could take Growth Spiral, but... All right, whatever, I'll do it. I feel like I'm... My 2s... Well, I guess we're doing things on 2. They're just not... I think I'll take another Curate, which we can do on 2. Yeah, the Lore Hold is nuts, but we're just not there, right? So it's somebody else's Lore Hold. And then this is all super sad. There's just nothing here for us at all. We'll take a charge through. I guess we might even put this in the deck so that our 2s get something with Cody. Maybe. I don't know. Summoning is fine for the board here over Square It Up. This came back around. Maybe I'll take it. But there's a negate. There's also a Wrangler. You like Twin Scroll? Twin Scroll's not bad with our double study. I'm gonna get a cheap body. And I passed on the counterspell because again, I just don't think counterspells are good if we're trying to Cody. Yeah, but was Lola playing? I was going to take this anyway. Oh, yeah, sorry, I should have taken the Golem. I got distracted with chat. I blame chat. Here, Befuddler is just not what we want it to. I'm going to take an Impulse. Yeah, Golem would have been fine. I just missed it in my timing. And here's a interesting spot. I think we actually just need the red 2 more than the green 5. Even though this ought to do something in this type of deck, you'd think it like ought to do something, but it needs to do so much before it's even good, right? Like you got to get 2 counters out of that before you're even at baseline common level value. Pretty sure it's Golem, right? I used to mispronounce that and then got corrected. So if you're going to correct me back to Golem, then I'm confused. Is it regional? Is it regional, or is just one region pronouncing it wrong? Because I really think it's Golem. Yeah, it's like it's Hebrew. All right, well, we got some cuts to make. Tendrils, obviously, for starters. Probably don't need both of these. I'm going to cut the impulse and just keep a charge through in for a draw. I think we should just lean in. Like, we need more of these curves. I don't think we ended up with a very good deck here. There's a lot, we tried to do a lot of stuff that's, well, I don't know, we got removal. Maybe this will work out if we get enough removal and card draw. Swim Down likes it. What are we keeping? I think we cut Teach. Well, Teach is, I'm trying to avoid terrible Cody flips. This is a terrible Cody flip, and this is a fine Cody flip. And we wanted to look at lessons, so let's look at, what is it? It's Oracle text. No, type lesson. Here's our lessons. Pretty good. 5 decent ones. They all do something different, but not amazing. I've had better lessons. Yeah, we could definitely use another summoning lesson, you're right, especially with this deck. I passed on a couple of those blue-red ones, which are my preferred. So, how much are we? Yeah, we could cut a study on low creature count principles. That's fair. Also, these are just, you know, we do have Field Trip and 2 Inspirations, which are really and Cram Session. I think those are our better. I wouldn't have said early on Cram Session better than Enthusiastic Study, but in a low creature deck, it just kind of is. Yeah, I'm with you, Hunter. Like, I don't want to put these in just because, but we don't have a ton to do on 2, and I'm kind of getting, like, what do we do? What's our core colors? Is it blue-green or red-green? We got all this red removal at 3, but we got a Growth Spiral and 2 Curates looking to be cast on 2. But yeah, I think you're right that we can cut the General and maybe leave the Historian. And I think you're right on Twin Scroll. I don't know about this Battle Seer. If we go super long, the scry gets real, but I'm not fond of that card. Yeah, pretty bad is a nice way to put it. So now we're closing in. 3 more cuts. Do we need the other enthusiastic study that we're talking about? Maybe we don't. Maybe it's not the plan here. Sure. I just like that card in general, but maybe it's just not the plan here, especially if we're looking to go more splashy with the red. So now we're down to 2. Could even cut. We could really go creature light, but I don't know if we have the removal to withstand being creature light. And you know, Mage Duel needs something, so I'm less interested in cutting any more creatures. So then we're down to like maybe one of these masterpieces can go. No, we have 3. I'm not. Well, we have Cram Session and 2 Inspirations, which I think is fine. Oh, and Field Trip, we got 4, and we only have 5 lessons anyway. So yeah, Charge Through is in almost because of the Cody hedge, so that if we cast Growth Spiral, Cram Session, or Curate with Cody out, we get a free card. That's the idea of it. You like impulsing instead of you like getting a selection instead of a random. Yeah, that's true. I suppose if we're going to do that, this is actually a little better, isn't it? Are we going to do that? We don't have to. We could just cut it, make it the final cut. But I do like having 2 mana spells with Cody do something. And if we were to cut something else, what would it be? Do we cut? Are we happy with 4 big spells? Well, sure you do. What do you mean, New York? You really never cast a 2 mana spell with Cody, though? Guess what? If I've got Cody and my only spell in hand is a 2 mana spell, guess what I'm doing? I'm casting it. And that happens all the time. I mean, with Cody, you play whatever the heck spell you still have left in your hand. And Impulse mostly finding a land, that's true. That's a really good point, though, right? Good counterpoint on the Impulse. People are like, I really like the Impulse, but I think we were instinctively feeling like we like the Impulse because we're feeling like we're going to get a creature from it. But we're not really necessarily likely to get a creature from it, right? So actually, I'm going to switch it back. I think that's, or maybe I'll get rid of them both and we'll move on. Yeah, maybe I'll do that to start. Let's just get playing and cut the 1s entirely. I think there's value to it, but it's okay. You can let it go, especially when you're trying to figure it out. Yeah, lands. We'll figure out the lands now. These lands are not finalized. Maybe I should, like, I'm feeling the environmental sciences loss now. I mean, I took Cultivate over environmental sciences, and I liked the pick at the time, but I thought I might have a chance at another environmental sciences. We never saw another one. Now we have 1 shot at a Cultivate instead of, 3 shots at an environmental sciences. So that's why it feels a little less great. Yeah, the mana here is kind of rough, if we're honest. I cut the Teach by Example because of the Cody factor. I cut everything that's a bad Cody flip except for Zenith, because Zenith, I think, is powerful enough anyway. And I would cast it anyway. We just cast it for 0 and then shuffle it into library. So you can do that at least. Mana is going to be tough, though. This is not going to be great on the mana. And we gotta maybe not lower that much. Probably six. It's probably something like this, and then like this. What do you think of this? This is 8 green, 5 red, and 5 blue. 855. Ugh, that feels terrible. I gotta say, we also got this Blue Sun Zenith that wants a ton of blue. I don't know, maybe this was a mistake. Somebody wanted something else from this, and I kind of got stubborn and took it, but I'm liking this Blue Sun Zenith less and less. I forget what the other option was, but maybe it was like removal or something. Yeah, if Teach was in response, it would be excellent with Cody, right? I cast my practical research, I flip into Teach, and I double my research, except it doesn't work that way. Oh yeah, right now we're defaulted to 17, but Growth Spiral, Cultivate, effectively, and Cure, you know, there's a lot giving us, 17 plus. You want to cut Biomath for a land? I guess we're not doing too much. That's true. All right, I'm going to go with Fenor's suggested cut and add another island. So we're more likely to be able to cast this Zenith. Tough mana. Tough, man. And yeah, we're so low on summonings in the board. That's the tough part. Let's go, but let's go throw the book. I like that better. This is Cody. Cody deck's got to have a book. Yeah, Mascot Exhibition would be excellent here. Well, this is kind of medium. I don't know if we get 3 wins, I'll be surprised, but happy. But it's not wildly unlikely. 5 islands, 5 mountains, 7 forests. Ugh, that mana. Mana not great here. Oops, also misspelled throw. We'll fix that. I didn't misspell it, I typoed. I do know how to spell throw. Mana War is funny, Tron. I'll save that for another time though. Good one though. All right. Well, what do you think? I'm thinking this is like a 1.5 myself. Like this is like a 50-50 deck. We'll see how it goes. I'd be voting 1.5 myself, though. I don't feel great about this, but I don't feel terrible. Cody to start, but nothing to cast with it. But we're so keeping this. Didn't I do T-Par? Yeah. We're gonna draw a forest off the top, no problem. Thank you, Oppo, for reminding me that my emotes were still on. Appreciate that a lot. Might as well curate. We know we don't have ones to find with Cody anyway, so curate with Cody doesn't get any better. And we want to find a forest. Oh, it's an instant? Oh, wait. Why do I turn off emotes? Because people successfully make me mad with them, and I like not being mad more than I like being mad. silly. I should not be affected by them. I can acknowledge that a better me is not even affected by them at all, and it's a big whatever. But they do. They bug me. They piss me off. When I'm tilted, they tilt me more. So why include them in my life? Yeah, we're gonna put both of these in the yard. Rough. But we're gonna go Historian here. I play Cody, I can't play Historian, and I can't play any of this other stuff anyway, so may as well play Historian. Oh, sure, they're being friendly now, Tron. That's just the trap. That is the bait to keep you leaving those on before they start early GGing you and saying, your go, your go, your go. I'm on to you and your hello and good luck BS. That is a great point. I should play. I can play Cody next, and we can cast both of these off the same Cody activation if it lives. And of course, we're going to go ahead and try to make this trade here. Yep, that's the plan now. Hope Cody lives, and then Cody it up next turn with Cram Session and Growth Spiral. Well, we knew our mana was going to be tough, and it has been. But let's see what we can do now. I'll go Growth Spiral first. Mage Duel. I guess we could Mage Duel. Well, Mage Duel is a new part. Like, I hadn't been thinking through Mage Duel when we first started this turn. But we can Mage Duel and Cram Session. So let's do that on... but if we wait on Duel... We don't get... If we start with Cram Session or Growth Spiral, Cody does nothing. If we start with Mage Duel, we get a Cascade, and we still get to do one of these things. I know I'm running out of things, but I want to go full control so that I pay the right mana here. Just need to leave black so we get the Cram Session off. Can take it off full control now. Hey, there we go. Any number of them in your graveyard. Back, I'm going to submit 0. We're going to draw the Pillar Drop as well, and we want them in that order. Can't play Pillar Drop yet, but we'll be able to eventually. And what do we want? Maybe introduction to get a big Cascade? Summoning. Yeah, let's get a creature. You're right. Get a creature is good. Do we have 2s left that we're going to Cascade into? No, we have no more 2-mana instants and sorceries, by the way. So, a 3-mana summoning will not Cody us into anything. So we're going to Growth Spiral and Spirit Summoning here. But I got to do this. Pay 4. We want 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can summoning after we spiral. Oh, that's what Cody is ramp, though. I mean, I guess we could leave Cody back to block, but I mean, Cody is ramp. And but I guess we don't have to if we want to leave Cody back to block. So let's see, if we do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess we can cast both and aren't doing anything else. So it's just fancy play to tap Cody. Should have started with Spiral, though, since we're drawing a card. Just a little anxious about my hourglasses here. Yeah, but I suppose I should have done it first because we might have drawn something we want to play. I'm in for trying this block. I mean, they might have something, but ostensibly this is an 0 for 1. So let's see what they... I mean, if we lose Cody, we can cast our creatures, so this is fine. See what they want to do here. And we can play this without... This is not casting a creature, so we can actually get a 3/2 out as well. All right, this is cool. Quandrix command. So we can... this is an instant 7 mana. We can go... Make this... This comes in tapped. Let's just leave this around. And again, we have nothing to cascade into. No 2 mana spells left in the deck. So... But I'm going to wait and block and Quandrix command on defense here. Or Historian. We'll see what they want to do with their attack. Yeah, bouncing the ingredient is nice with the counters on it. So we want to make Cody bigger and return that. Too bad we are 1 mana short of also making a 3/2, but that will come around eventually. We only got like 3 creatures in the deck, and here they are. It's not 3, but it's a small number. Ingredient returns. All right, a Zenith, and we can cast it, and we can cast it for 4. Actually, we can cast it for 5 since this is technically ramp. So 5 mana Zenith gets us Curve, Serpentine Curve, Field Trip, Cultivate, Inspiration, Debate. It's all good. It's all good. But we're going to do this. We can do it at instant speed even. Shall we do that? They're showing green, red, black, white. Can't really counter us or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're going to surprise them. Hammer says, wait. What do you want to wait for, Hammer? Uh-oh, what have I done? Is this instant only, or is this sorcery? Ah, fair enough. So let's see what what I might be missing out on. Can't play Field Trip, Cultivate, the Inspirations, and the... Yeah, so maybe I should wait? I guess I can just play the Historian here and not compound the error. This is a problem, though, right? Like... But I can pay, so this is really weird. Okay, whatever. That card's terrible. When can I pay this? As a sorcery, okay. So I'm gonna not play this. I could, but I feel like we'll be fine here. Oh, yeah, I'm so dumb. Sorry. I got very distracted. That was a straight up punt to not play the historian. Sorry. I got thrown by the detention vortex not working the way I thought I did. So I just punted. Sorry. Happens. But is it going to cost me game one? Let's see. Yeah, I gotta remove the vortex or we can't really do anything. But now I think we just wait and I try to remember to play the historian this time. Or, you know, pull this out of the yard and we'll do the zenith next time. Although we're very likely to hit removal. I could do this now when we're, because we get, let's see, 5 becomes 6. No, then we only get 3. So definitely not doing it, passing. I'm going to remember this time, I promise, gang. Well, we cast it for 6, and this, yeah, maybe it would have been okay. This is fine, though. All right, what about Leyline to give us ground creature, and it'll still. I'm gonna go with the Leyline here over the Blue Sun Zenith. Cascade likely to still get us some removal, and why does it want that? I guess that's fine. Why would you do it that way? Well, why did I do it that way? 1, 2, 3. Oh, because it's trying to let me cast the Zenith still. Sure, that makes some sense. There we go. One of our many burn spells, and I'm going to take out the flyer. If we have to, we'll burn out. Well, I made Cody so big we can't even burn him out. So we could go get a lesson, though, and destroy Cody. That's one good thing to note. We have a destroy artifact lesson. So we do have ways to kill Cody via lessons. This, though, looks like we're going to Blue Suns and hope we hit more removal. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can get an X of 6 here. Well, not a bad cascade flip, huh? Let's get... Definitely flyer, and then it was like pledge major ingredient. I guess ingredient's the thing that could get through a little better. Yeah, now we're at 10 cards and we need to win soon. That's our real problem now. We can go this though and make a curve. That's going to help. Yeah, Forest Cultivate, fine, but I like getting an 11-11 out when we got a beat down here. Let's go to watch clock. Playing a little slow. That hurt me last time I did best of 3, so come on, Ryan. Don't lose to that. That could be trouble. But inspiration is there for us. We could practical research first with Cody. What do we get? Do we get anything out of practical research? We get another inspiration. And we can't really deck with the... So yeah, I'm going to do it. Nope, not that, not that. Here we go. We're going to discard Cultivate. I guess I could have discarded Land. 4 cards, but we got the Zenith. Just getting removal. Make sure we keep them off of our stuff, but we're gonna kill a couple things here anyway. All right. Oppo felt we had demonstrated our win con. Well, Cody got it done. A little awkward there. Not my best play, but we got it done. So looking like black-white medium stuff. This should just not be in decks. Our opponent, Cassie, is maybe not as experienced. I don't find many experienced players playing this card, so Cassie may be newer. We're going to try and teach Cassie some lessons via 2 wins, but I don't know what else we're bringing in. I get to get a lot of flyers. I don't know if we have anything. I mean, it's kind of like we built the deck we have. What could be sideboarded? What are we even looking at as like... I mean, the study, more creatures. No, we could try slipping in the 1 mana spell for Cody. I think we just run this back. Played out fine. Well, played out fine given the mana. Mana is still scary here. All right, very good. I like this. Now we've got Growth Spiral into Field Trip. Should ramp, and see where. Let's find out where we go with it. Into Cody is where we go with it. Well, I'm not sure Oppo... Well, that's interesting. Look, 2 rare lands. That's funny. Looks like constructed all of a sudden. Now I like going ahead and dropping Cody and seeing what we can pull off in the turns after. I mean, we could also Assistant and get, like, the Growth Spiral back to play our creature before we play Cody. Well, we have enough going on here that I'm fine with Cody ahead of the Assistant. Yeah, Trudge is big pressure, and we got to figure that out. But we are going to gain some life, and we can, if nothing else, we go get the Exile and they draw a card. Yeah, Fenor, they are. I mean, like, we once got a wheel. We wheeled a rare land and a campus of the same colors, and we were in those colors, and we took the campus because we wanted the scry more. Is this... I mean, like, I'm blocking with Cody. Like maybe I'm supposed to be cautious with Cody and not lose him to some sort of trick with a Fanatic, but it's also a 1/4. He's kind of built to block in that way. And yeah, so it's getting a little awkward here in terms of the pressure we're under, but now we can field trip and cram session to find the removal. One problem, of course, is if we could... Yeah, it was a very nice curve out, but we're not done for yet here. If we activate Cody, we lose our blocker. That's the thing I'm worried about. And if we activate Cody for field trip, what are we getting? We get a free curate. That's all. That's what we get, just a curate. So kind of like curve off Cody with full control to cram session before it resolves, but that's not an instant. I think we just field trip and cram, and we don't even bother codying because we're not going to get anything of big value. We get our Annihilation, and we get some life, and we get Summoning. Although we can't cast that yet. Sorry, again, I'm just very like the ropes got me on edge. I got the Spirit, but we can't cast it yet. That's the problem. Spirit Summoning is 1 red in our deck, and we've got Cody. I guess we can cast it if we use Cody mana, but I wasn't thinking about Cody mana because I want to use Cody on Annihilation. Oppo just dumping cards this game. Cassie's deck looked like a little bit of a pile in game 1. Looking a little better in game 2 here with the Trudge and the Killian and the good flyers. Are we too late? Let's see. Cody can ramp us, so we effectively have 7 mana, but if we ramp with Cody, we have no blockers. However, if we introduction, we might find one of our removal spells. So we probably have to go for double removal and then see. But this doesn't look great for me. Yeah, Cody Curve Hope for Burn is also reasonable because Curve will give us something on the blocks. Yeah, let's do that. Curve gives us a body, and we may still yet find removal. May still yet find removal, even with this. We're going to put this in the yard. Do we want to keep that invocation for next turn? It is another body. I'm going to say yes. Except, yeah, well, I've done it now, so it is what it is. And I'll campus this, because we can't play anything else. Yeah, that was rough. I guess I should have pitched this and looked for that removal spell off the top. Although I didn't leave myself with the mana to cast a red removal spell off of the Curate anyway. So really no choices but to block the Trudge, even though they get the Trudge right back. I think we're kind of dead this one. But let's see, if we introduction into more removal, take out the flyers, we might be okay. We might survive, but it's not looking good. Well, actually that helps. Gives us 2 blockers on the ground and possible removal for the air, at which point we do have enough to stay alive, right? So cross your fingers and hope Cody hits some removal here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do we want to keep behind in case of... I guess we go like here. And we did get our heated debate. This is rough because I need to get the Spectre or else a mana comes down and Spectre attack finishes us off. So I have to get the Spectre, but it's going to give a counter. Yeah, Killian Menace maybe means we're dead anyway, right? Well, yeah, I guess we're dead anyway. Let's go. I'm not going to waste any more time. Well, I should, like, this opponent has shown some sketchy plays such that I'm going to make him see it. I'm going to make him see it. Not every opponent attacks all out here every time. Sometimes maybe they mess up. Let's give them a chance. Just so. Just so. Just so. Oh, they have to figure it out now, though, right? Come on, Oppo, you got to be able to figure this one out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with Cody, 5 with the Annihilation leaves us a Summoning. So we can cast Annihilation and Summoning here. It doesn't really matter which one we do. We need this for one and burn for the other. Might as well start with this one and then try to find burn for the other. Not burn, but it is... Oh, did I screw up and not leave? Oh, I didn't leave summoning mana. Darn it, I did it wrong. Well, we can't cast Assistant. I was supposed to leave summoning mana, but I can actually bounce... Cody. Oh no! No! Okay, well, no attacks. Now let me cast this, darn it. Return and counters. I think we're just dead. When we bounce Cody, we're dead to the flyer. We bounce... So it's just all bad. All bad. I think we lose this one. But it's got to be return this and then put counters here. And they didn't attack last time. Let's make them see it this time. I mean, they have the win, but they didn't see it last time. I'm going to make them do it. I was supposed to be dead last turn, so I'm not going to presume I'm dead this turn until they show me they can do the math. All right, you did it, Cassie. That was frustrating. I want to get this game. Let's get this game. This match, I mean. I still think it's a run-back situation, though. I don't really have much to change. Waiting for them to attack didn't take any of our clock, though, Niz. All right, like this. Let's go. We're going to go Historian into Cultivate, into Cram Session, and then eventually the Welcome. I'm going to stay back on D. We're happy to trade off for that thing, if they'll let us. And got the second red in the board, but we got all that blue for the Zenith. So I'm going to go actually get red and blue. We got 2 of each. Oh, Killian. I've been totally off of memes. Sorry, here, let's see. Let's get you a Killian one. Killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly. Boo Werns. Well, after a terrible looking deck in the first game, Cassie is showing some powerful spells in 2 and 3. Reduced to memory. Heated debate is nice to see. What do we need to get, though? Jeez, I want Killian dead, but 3/3 Leech Fanatic, no joke either. I still think Killian's more important, though. So I'm going to take out Killian, but I'll curate first. Let's curate and then Killian. And let's Biblioplex that. Oh, no, wait. This is... I want to put this in the graveyard and then top the Plex. And then debate the Killian. And get in. Cram Session Assistant next turn. Might just Cultivate so we get the Explosive Welcome as a done deal, although we're close to that now. 6, 7, and then 8, 9. I mean, like, we maybe don't even need to. I guess I'm going to get burned back. And what do we want here? You can make a 3/4 flyer, but that still trades with the combat prof. I think we just get the removal still. Even though we've got removal, we're just all full of removal now. So hard to spend the 3 mana you get on this. I don't think I've ever really spent it. Ooh, chump this turn. I'm not going to just chump. I'm going to try it a double block. Let's see. This is not an instant. They might have an instant that blows this up, but let's make him have it. Cardboard life might be off. Let's try a restart. Another heated debate. How about... Wow, what did they do to get that back? I missed it. Oh, this Rescuer, got it. Yeah. We're gonna save. Well, we can kill the prof, but I also want Historian out. Yeah, all of our removal is face up. It's true. Do we give him another card? Let's do this because it uses more of our mana this turn. One mana away from a 2-for-1. Hey, I might be able to spend the 3. Check it out. We draw a basic land. I can cast Explosive Welcome and the Debate. Just cast 2 creatures, Oppo, and we'll draw a basic land and spend our 3. That would be so sweet. One-time dealer. Yes! Yeah, we can hit phase 2. It's true. But I kind of like board control here. And it's kind of, I don't know, like, maybe I even shouldn't bother on the ingredient, but I'm going to do it.
Governor Bush. Strategery.
Gosh, I also owe you... What else? There was another one. There's another one I missed. You also have, like, 3 of these that you're owed. Oh, it's so hard finding my memes in this set because of you all. What do we want? Spirit summoning. Let's get a summoning. Oh, there's a satchel. Do we even care about this thing? I don't care about that. Good point, Disco. No memes now. I could have gotten Prophecy, but what are we digging for? Like, we're digging to win with something, and I just felt like getting a creature just cut to the chase on that choice. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for.
¿Dónde estás? La biblioteca. Me llamo T-Bone, la araña discoteca.
Expanded anatomy is interesting, but let's just dig for now and offer a trade. I think there's better stuff in our deck to go dig for than anatomy. There we go. Let's cast this. I'm thinking the pause is satchel related, not 2-card and hand related. This can go to face, but we're not going to do that till it's closer to lethal. Although face plus go get 2 doesn't seem too bad here. Two counters, that is. Go get the +2/+2. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Punished. Punished.
You're short, your belly button sticks out too far, and you're a terrible burden on your poor mother.
Brutal. But this is good. I'm going to discard a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to discard the Curate because we do have the Curve. Now they got to use this on our token, but we get a 3/2 out of it. Oh, crappy card. Although, again, I say crappy, and this is one of the ones in terms of, like, Luis likes this card. I don't. Where am I at? Why does Luis like Aura cards and I don't? I don't know. Growth Spiral, let's start there, see if we find anything. Sure. Infusion is good in Silver Coal when you plan on killing them. When is the plan not to kill them? I'm gonna get hyper aggro here. 7 is not 8, so one swing with this doesn't kill us anyway, and this sets us up to be able to potentially crack back. Hey, wow. After feeling like, oh, I got this. This is some new player who's not playing good spells. This is my match to win. I'm like, oh, wait, Oppo has good spells in the deck. They just didn't see him in game 1. And that was close on clock and close on magic rules. So, yikes. But we got there. I'll take it. All right. Faster play, Ryan. Stop making clock such a factor. Looks good. All right, looking strong. We can go fetch 2 mountains, or maybe a island mountain would be the best combo here. I like it. We got Curate and Quandrix command to fire off before we untap and play a 5/5 curve. Gonna take this attack here without doing a Quandrix bounce. Might not do the Quandrix at all because we don't really have a good thing to do with the second, so maybe I'll just Zenith for 3. Could get countered, I suppose, but I like Zenith for 3 here. We'll get back to it later. If we had a place to put Quandrix counters, or Oppo had played something better, would have gone for it. Yeah, weird mana here. The old 4 unique basics by turn 4. Everybody loves that play. Interesting. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a Historian. Maybe we go Historian, Cody, Curate, and then next turn we have all this good stuff. How about that? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're already, as I say, if Cody lives, we get explosive welcome. But we kind of do anyway. But we couldn't have left up the command. We only have. I mean, yeah, sure. I see what you're saying. Just leave that off the table. I like putting the pressure on. If they answer it, that's fine. Our hand behind looks great. Pillar drop. Let's toss this in the yard and keep the pillar drop. See, this is all fine. Yeah, they got Cody, but we're going to get them. And maybe I just start with creatures. They're not showing much over there yet. I like sending in the Historian and then drop in our 2 creatures. I love that this deck has like 5 creatures in it, and one of them is a freaking Springmane Servant. It's like, oh, yeah, whatever. Welcome. So we're gonna get too bad we can't leave a green and a blue, and then we could actually spend, but I'll leave blue. I'll do that much, right? And we get to spend our explosive welcome mana again. And do we let him start with the Pilgrim? I say sure. You want to trade your Pilgrim for either of these? Any of this stuff, that's fine. If you want to spend 6 mana to start spinning your Pilgrim wheels, I think we can beat that. I mean, that would be a fun pet to have. But it's not a great card in the format. Come on, it's absolute filler. If you're doing life gain synergies, it goes up a couple ticks, but we're not. So with no life gain synergies, it is just filler, curve filler. Yeah, totally. Bouncing, returning a token creature to hand is nice. We're going to pillar drop back explosive welcome or make another curve. There's a lot we can get back here. You can have big pets, you just have to have big property. All right, well, we don't even need to pillar drop yet, where we can do both. I like... Let's see, if we bounce and put counters on the Historian, they don't really have any kind of blocks. Let's just do that and then assistant it back. I guess I could have left Pillar Drop and gotten a spell too. I didn't think I had the mana for it, but I actually have Assistant and Activate Warden, so I kind of wish I had just activated Warden instead of gotten the point in. And we're just going to get the Welcome. And that should be a good game. I mean, this goes to face, so they need life or something. I guess this could make some life, but not enough. I mean, Spine Karak is just below replacement, I think, but it's filler too. I mean, Servant and Spine Karak can both be siblings in the filler lane. Four color base green good stuff. Green, white, base green, green, white good stuff with some blue. I don't know what's going on in this deck exactly. And we really don't have that much to sideboard in here. I haven't, you know, as much as we talk about, oh, best of three, all the sideboarding skill. with the way, if you draft the hard way, end up with a bunch of lessons, and it takes a bit to find your lane, you often just don't really have much to bring in. Because the stuff that's very sideboardy is already lessons. I guess I could bring in an Adept if I thought we needed early defense, but I wouldn't want blue for that anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to send it back. I didn't realize our opponent is Inigo Montoya. Inigo, I did not kill your father. You're looking for somebody else, buddy. All right, we'll keep this. We right now don't have an extra land to even play with the spiral, but we're still keeping this. Open was no good. Open on an extremely busy weekend. I barely managed 2 attempts, and both of them were rough. Here's one. Here's the other. Okay, Inigo. Clean living, Mountain. Clean living. Oh man, I've missed like 17 field trip memes too. I owe you so many field trip memes. I'll give you both here.
I'll turn this damn bus around. That'll end your precious little field trip pretty damn quick, huh?
Yeah, I do have a little Christopher Guest going on right now. All right, little field trip of our own. Get us some red.
I'll turn this damn
Oh, I can't
bus
get red,
around.
never mind.
That'll end your precious little field trip pretty damn quick.
What are we
huh?
lessening? What are we learning, though? I guess maybe given that we are looking for red, we could go for the prophecy. I think we're in digging mode a little bit here. Let's get prophecy. Another symmetrist. So we could go curve and then mage duel to make it a 4/5 that fights the symmetrist. But maybe we can do it all. 4, 5, 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't quite do it all, really. But we could hold off on a turn. Hold off a turn. I think I'm going to start with prophecy here. I really want to find a red source. And curve it just isn't big enough to really manage this. I mean, I could just do the curve mage duel play. Maybe I'm being greedy and I should just do that. Yeah, you know what, gang? I think I'm being, I'm overthinking it and should just go curve. It's only a 3/3. This it's sad to make a 3/3, but it successfully kills this thing, which is a big deal. And it at least threatens the Amplimancer. Nice job, Swagger. That seems like a great result. Well done. So here's Cody. And this time we can Cody and hold up the command to keep it safe. I like that Amplimancer has this threat of activation, because now with the command in hand, if they play a land and try to threat of activation us with the Amplimancer, we can absolutely block, make him do it, and then we got the command to just blow that out. Doesn't look like it's going to happen here, but it was an option if it came to it. I like commanding away the 3/2, just killing a 3/2 and probably make the 3/3 bigger. Leave Cody as a 1/4. Then we can self-kill Cody if we want to later. Ah, well. This is screaming that the something is up, so I'm going to go ahead and make this block, and even make this block to encourage them to do whatever, and then we'll blow them out with the command. Perfect. Why did they send the... is this going to be a 3? Well, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to make it bigger anyway. Return this to hand and make our thing large. That worked out okay with it for us, I'm going to say. And I'm going to go ahead and Cody for inspiration to kill this. And then we can follow with Prophecy. Maybe I can start with Prophecy. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to do it this way, though. We'll get our introduction, and then probably with Cram Session, I'll get the Cody killer if we happen to want to kill Cody. Yeah, we could rummage away Historian. That's also not a bad idea. Maybe I should do that now instead then. I was going to get this, but yeah, I like that. Let's we can't cast this anyway. Let's have some help, and then it does let us put this out of the yard. That's a great line, Hat. Good call. Pillar Drop can't really be cast right now, so we're going to send it away. Although we kind of need double red in the end. I'm going to send that away too, though. Let's keep looking for action. real soon. Sooner than you think. We're only 1 blue away from casting this because of Cody. Spend 4 green on Cody, get 1 blue, and then we just need the other one. I'm going to skip the field trip meme this time. I think we've seen it enough this game. It's great, though. I love it. I would annihilate something, but there's nothing good to annihilate. So instead, I'm going to attack. Tempted to just Historian while I remember, but I'm gonna remember. We're gonna do this. Seems okay. What are they gonna get out of this? All right, they're getting some. This is what we needed out of our lessons. We have only 1 summoning lesson, which we've felt it. We've really felt that. Hey, look who's zenithing. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can zenith for 8? Sure. Might find the spell to just beat him right now. So we could heated debate our own Cody, but we don't even really have creatures that we're trying to cast, so it doesn't matter. And I guess we just let our heated debate go. Unless we want to take out the Cody, but I don't see why we wouldn't. We're going to get more value out of Cody next turn if they don't kill it. So I'm just going to end the turn, say goodbye to the heated debate, and discard some land. Fractal summoning is big. Let's see, we've got really nothing but Curate and Blue Sun Zenith to cascade into at this point is the thing. So there's that. And it stays exiled, I believe. There it is. Play this land. Probably just want a Masterpiece now. A win with expanded... oh, let's see. 6... Yeah, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have inspiration to any target. Yeah, we can just do that. That's fine. We'll do this. A lot of ways to win here, but this is a nice, simple one. Many ways to go, many ways to go. Just a matter of choosing a winning line and taking it there. That's the one I took. Cody deck doing some work. I wasn't sure about this one. I called it a 1.5 because I thought Cody had some possibility, but our early game is a little sketchy. So far, we haven't been punished for our weaker early game so far. We'll see if it happens in the final match. But not getting destroyed in the early game has really helped us go to 2-0 here. Is my hair behaving today? I keep seeing in my replays that I got some tuft of hair that's been pulled up because I got a ponytail and the headset that can move my hair. If I ever have a silly looking strand of hair poking up, say something in chat. I'll fix it. I watch these replays. I'm like, how y'all stand even watching me when I got that stupid thing going? Show me like the forest on top, and I actually like this hand with the growth spiral masterpiece. We could pitch for treasure, but we can't keep this. Got a mulligan. This we can keep. What are we pitching? Interesting pitch situation. Practical research I love because it helps us reload, but probably just want to pitch it and play based on historian into inspiration into assistant buying back inspiration, and then the double learn will help us claw back out. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's not about that we're never gonna draw it again. It's not about shuffling it away. It's about having something to make up for our mulligan card disadvantage right there in hand. But again, we effectively have that anyway with the learn and the bibliopex assistant. So we're gonna do it this way. And that's a nice draw too. So at least we got some interaction here. Any more land and we get an assistant to get removal back. That's not removal we can cast at the moment, but hopefully we'll get to it. If Poet attacks and does not fly, I will block. Although, I guess maybe I don't. Especially if they're going to do that anyway. You going to fly it? Yeah, all right, let's race, baby. Let's race. Ooh, that's a little rough, because that's coming back. I'm not going to trade for it here, so I am going to use removal on it. Learn up. Maybe we just want to learn up expanded anatomy here and try to be racing this game. We're also low on land. We don't have a lot of mana yet. We can take prophecy to try and find mana, but I think we just want to race with the anatomy pick. You could make an argument for the summoning if we had the second red, but we don't. So yeah, I think it's anatomy. Anatomy and race. Yeah, true. I could have gotten just start and killed this thing. And if we learn again, maybe I'll do that. Hey, Mosif, how you doing? Cultivate is super interesting, but doesn't allow us to deal with the big damage infusion that's happening here with the combat prof. So I am going to debate the prof, send in with the historian, offer a trade for the poet, see what they want to do. But I think we just got to kill the prof here. If we draw a forest or an island off the top, we can even go... oh, no, never mind. Cultivate doesn't enter it in tapped. Never mind. But Growth Spiral does, so we'll see. We may have sneaky ways to... Okay. So... we could play this in Growth Spiral, and if we find a land, then cultivate after that. If we cultivate first, though, we cannot Growth Spiral after. We use our mana, and then we just have one left. So... we could also Assistant back removal, because the Spectre is going to change the nature of the race. I kind of like that as well. I think actually I start there. And I'm going to get the Inspiration. If they can pump this up, that's out of range, but Inspiration gives us a learn, so I'm going to try and get the learn one. I'm going to try and get Anatomy on the Assistant and not trade it off. We'll see. Let's see what Oppo comes up with here. This is a big turn for them on what are, if they can come up with a big play here, it could be a rough next turn for us. If they don't come up with anything amazing, we could be okay. All right, so they didn't come up with anything amazing, so I feel okay. If I cultivate, however, I can guarantee a Growth Spiral, but I cannot guarantee the Inspiration. So I have all this stuff to find and play lands, but I'm not feeling we have the time for it. So, although if I put counters on the Assistant, I'm still going to end up looking to trade for this thing anyway. That being said, I think we are on Inspiration and go learning. Show me a land on top, we could just Growth Spiral first, but I can't be sure of it, right? So I just got to do this. And... easy start this time. I'm actually going to do the right thing. Get a 1 point of damage spell that we can kill the Pledge Mage with. Nah, I like where we're at. This is fine. 11's enough with this level of action. 9's enough with this level of action. 6 is enough with this level of... I'm not blocking. I could, but we're going to start from scratch this thing next turn if we can. Could just block, though. Maybe I should just block. True would block. I'm going to block mainly because I'd like to spend my next turn doing mana stuff. Yeah, as True says, we need to do some ramping, right? Let's ramp. Because then we can cultivate, get the forest to Growth Spiral, and... hey, they even gave us something to do anyway. We'll ping that later. I'm going to go... well, maybe we Growth Spiral and see what we find. Although, again, Cultivate gives us the guaranteed Growth Spiral, so I should just do that. Definitely blue, and then more red or more green. More red or probably more blue on top of that. Oh, sorry, I needed green to get spiral. I was thinking I needed blue to spiral. My bad, gang. My bad. Let's see if it costs us. My plan was correct. My brain just misread the color situation I was in. Let's see. What can we do here? What can we do here? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we can 5... I can't mage duel in that spot, though. We could, however... start from scratch one of these in historic... No, we can't do that either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Trying to figure out how to make a creature and use mage duel, but if I make a creature, it doesn't make the mage duel cheaper. So, yeah, I guess we start with the spiral. And then if that doesn't work out, we can at least historian, although that doesn't make a blocker either. So we probably have to start from scratch if this doesn't work out. Sure. On the edge here, on the edge, but not dead. We can historian, except it comes in... oh, it doesn't enter tapped. Okay, yeah, tapped. So, like... I'd rather just kill... Like, we get more damage. Like, we're dead if we historian, because they kill us. So we gotta kill the Pledge Mage. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We do get to kill both of these next turn if we can just untap. But we don't. Game 3 it is. Or game 2, sorry. I thought we were in the other game. Darn it, we were right there next to stable. But came up a little short. Just a little clunky in that mid-game. Just a little bit of clunk in our mana in the mid-game that cost us that one. We can win the next 2. Let's get this one. I want this one. 2 in a row, coming up. Definitely more aggro than we've seen. We're seeing pretty low-down aggro approach here with Crushing looking to refill and finish us off. Is there anything else that takes out small stuff that we might... I mean, like a double striker on those 1/1s. Maybe this is better than Servan, you know? Yeah, Biomath is another one we could consider. I guess that doesn't add... Yeah, I think there's better cards for us than the Servan. Kind of like even bringing in the General to get cheaper. Yeah, maybe even the Servan still, and we just cut some of our top end. How much of it do we cut, though? Maybe we can let go of the Explosive Welcome in this matchup, or bring in a Masterpiece number 2. You want Adept for blocking? We could. The trouble is a lot of it that they have is 3/1s. I mean, they have a couple of those Poets, I suppose. But the 3/1s they have just trade with this. Mathematician was suggested. Do we cut Cody? Like, we're putting a lot of creatures in. Maybe I cut that General back out. And we do it this way. I'm going to do it this way. Had a lot of flyers, but there's not much to do about that. I mean, what do you want to do about that? What's your point on flyers? Woof. Well, I'm keeping this, even though we are at risk of getting run over. I know we could just get run over, but we have all of our mana, and all I'm asking from my deck is some plays, just some non-land plays that we can make. Much of our deck, like, so like, let's look at our early plays. We have 2 curates, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have like 11 cards we'd be happy to draw here. 11. I'm going to keep it, but we basically have 11 cards we're trying to draw to do something in the early game. That's the number of 2 and 3 mana spells that I'd be happy to cast if we drew. I think I missed Math Core's resub. If you're still around, Math, thank you for that. Just saw that on my side notes over there. Much appreciated. Hey, there's one of our 11. I mean, I'm not necessarily going to cast this on 3, but it's something castable that could affect the board if we need to. Just doesn't do much until you have your own stuff out. And there we go. That's some of the removal we were hoping to draw. I'm totally going to cast it right now, not messing around. Firing this off on the Poet and finding something to help us dig next turn. We just want a next turn play, so it's either Prophecy or Spirit. Probably just Spirit, actually. Let's take the Spirit. Second Mountain means we can cast it. And then Quandrix has something to do on 5. Pilgrim probably gets in past the summoning for the first attack, but the attack after, if they come up with another spell as well, we get to go Quandrix Command, make the summoning bigger, and maybe blow them out. A lot of people suicide attack Pilgrims or offer trades with Pilgrim because it gets back, you get it back, right? So anyway, we're going to go with the summoning for now. Not going to block. And actually probably not going to block again next turn. Probably going to Practical Research, but we'll see. Because this is an instant, so we can just hold it all up. Yeah, that's not great, but we're going to take it and try to command them next time. And then the curve looks good after that. Bounce the Combat Prof, 2 counters on the 3/2, eat the Pilgrim. Now they got mana and cards. This is not guaranteed to work, but let's see. I'm going to do it now. So if they do something to like completely counter it, I can decide whether or not we want to block with the Spirit or not. Basic land probably means I just leyline next turn and go ahead and make a 6/6. No land, nothing we want to play, probably means I Practical Research and look for land. Put something else in the yard for a bigger curve. I don't know if Oppo is figuring out how to blow us out or what here, but all right. All right, found the land, so I'm just going to do the Invocation play. All right. Cultivate into Serpentine Curve seems good here, and then we can Practical Research and Zenith coming up to try and stabilize. What do we want? A blue and a green here. Yeah, we are up against quite a gripful for 10 life. I mean, we're going to draw our share of cards too if we can survive, but at 10 life, if they can kill an attack, we might not have the time for these cards. Which is the tension of card draw and Magic, right? It's great if you have the time to go fetch all those cards, but if you're under pressure, you don't always have the chance. And sometimes your opponent plays kind of an unbeatable game-winning bomb, and you're like, all right, we lost this one. So let's go practical research and then see what we find, and then we at least have Servant for some life, but this is like over. I mean, it's blot. What are you going to do? I have crushed people with this card. It's only fair I get crushed with it sometimes, too. Hey, that's not the absolute terrible worst. I'm going to ditch a field trip here and Mage's Duel one of these, and then we heated debate another one, and then we get something up in the air, and then boom, we are winning, right? It all just is going to work out like that. Oh, I can get them both here. I forgot. I didn't see that. Yeah, let's get another flyer dead. Yeah, a lot of good stuff in this one, including this rare. Oh my god. How dead are we? Let's see. What is our... Do we have any plan here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can get 2 life, and we're still dead in the air. So we need removal. So we should... Blue Sun's Zenith, leaving enough to find something to kill something with. So we need to leave 3 mana back so that the inspiration we find actually saves us. So we go boom, 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 and then 1, 2, 3, and give us maximum chance at finding our removal. We have an X of 4 here. We're almost certainly dead, gang, but this is our chance. Yep, not looking good for the home team in this one. So... Nice looking Silver Quill deck from Oppo. I thought 1.5 was fair for this deck, so we won 2 and then ran into one of the best cards in the format in Blot Out the Sky, along with some other quality stuff, and we're taking the loss. But it was fun to play with Cody again, fun to get some gems back out of that. And given my expectations for the deck, I feel fine. That's totally cool. Some progress towards our collection building. I wonder how that's going. Maybe we got packs to open. Hey, look, we got packs to open. That's always fun. Here, let's get some extra gems. 20. Oh, stupid mythic. No gems. 20 extra gems on that one, though. Robert would like to go visit Court of Calls. Sounds good to me. We got our 4 wins. Our quests are empty. This account is ground for the day. And we'll keep pushing up the numbers here on our main account. And I'll pop back. Actually, I want to see. Did I leave any memes on? I did. Love that one. Good job, Hat. That was a Hat one, right? I think so. I'm losing track. When 3 people send you 47 memes for your new set, you lose track. I just arbitrarily named 47 as a largest number, but it's close. It's not that far off. All right. All right. YouTube friends, thank you for hanging out for that. We're back to drafting. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. I had a good time with that. It's always fun to play Cody. Come on, Cody is a fun card. Very entertaining, and had a good time. We'll catch you at the next draft, YouTube friends.